Well, hello, General Hospital. Daily recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, January 26, 2023. Thursday, January 16, 2023. Today's episode was a pretty good episode. I mean, had an interesting outcome. I'll get to that later. I kind of like it. They're going to shake some things up here. But they better not go too far. I'm going to tell you that right now. They better not go too far, and I'll get to that later. Sunny calls Sasha over because Nina's pulling her hair out. The phone hasn't rang. The lab hasn't gotten back to her. Sunny had some little charcuterie board stuff down that was supposed to look so yummy, and I was trying to figure out where and how. But Nina couldn't eat it. She's pulling her hair out, and all of a sudden the doorbell rings. It's Sasha. Sunny had already called Sasha over saying Nina needs a friend, right? And Sasha came running, and because she is Nina's friend, she loves Nina. Nina loves her. And, I really wish Sasha was her daughter. Who knows? Maybe Sasha was one of the triplets. Perhaps. We don't know the backstory with Sasha and her mother. We just know her mother died and there was a ton of medical bills. We don't know, everybody. We don't know, right? So anyway, Sasha comes and she talks to Nina and she, reassures Nina and she was very comforting, to Nina. And Sunny ended up telling Nina that Willow said, asked Sunny that, especially if she doesn't make it, please mend fences with Michael because that's so important. And so Sasha's like, see, Nina, see? I mean, there's hope for you. There's hope. Just give it time. She is reeling just like you from finding out from the news, right? So Nina kind of was cool and she calmed, and then the phone rang and it was a lab. So now they're going to be off to the hospital. So now we switch over to the Savoy, and a card game had just finished, and Miss Wu says, Cody, she's telling him, good game today. You did very well. And he goes, well, that's what you pay me for. And it's money well spent. So she sees Gladys sitting at the table drinking. Oh my God, Gladys is chuggling. But meanwhile, across the bar, Mac, across the little club, Mac and Felicia are there. And I told him to stay away from her. He's trouble. As if Cody is 15 years old. Mac, you better come up off that. That's a grown man. Grown man. So don't even, she's not, he shouldn't even be talking to her. Oh, shut up, Matt. So anyway, Selena goes over to Gladys's table and sits down and says, I've been looking for you. Me? Who me? Oh, I just had to go to the bathroom right after the game. And so Selena says, you have quite a bit of debt with me, and it's time for you to pay up. Well, I don't have any money. I'm not that liquid right now. I'm sure if you could spot me again, I'll win it all back. Your credit is over. You owe me. How much did she tell her she owed her? $175,000. Huh? Gladys was like, wait, huh? Are you sure? I have an MBA in finance. Yes, I'm sure. And how are you going to pay me? Um, um, and by this time, Cody stopped talking to Felicia and Mac. I think they left. He goes to the bar and he's listening to the conversation between Selena and Wu, and he heard Selena call her Gladys. Or no. He knew her name was Gladys because he's been the one making her lose, right? Because remember, he told Sasha and he had a flashback. Your mother-in-law's name is Gladys? And Sasha's like, yeah. He goes, I know a Gladys, but it can't be the same one. She goes, look, my mother-in-law is unforgettable. Okay. If you ran into, you know her, you ran into her, right? And so Gladys has the nerve to say, how about my son's garage? It is definitely worth more than $175,000. And Selena looks at him. Do you own that garage? Well, my daughter-in-law does. I mean, I'm sure she would not mind at all, especially since I'm going to win it all back. So, do we have a deal? And so Selena puts her hand out and Gladys says, deal. And I'm thinking, Gladys, what a fool. What a fool. Now, Sasha didn't want to sell the garage because Gladys wanted to sell it for $300,000, right? It's worth much more than that. So when she went to Sonny trying to get Sonny to agree for the sale, Sonny goes, it's worth much more than that. So that garage must be worth probably around maybe $500,000. Well, that's an expensive little one-room garage. Maybe $420,000, right? Gladys only owes $175,000. Shouldn't Gladys say, I have an appraisal on my son's garage. I owe you $175,000. How about this? How about I give you a deal? It's worth XYZ. I'll give you, why don't we say I sell it to you for, make it worth your while, 350,000. Even though Sasha didn't want to, guess what? Sasha definitely don't want to give it away for 175, right? So therefore, Gladys would have been up $175,000. Selena would have got a deal on the garage, and Selena would have known, okay, chick, you're going to have another $175,000 that I'm going to take right back from you. So you would have yourself a deal. But Gladys is so happy. Here, okay, now we're even. Now that Cody knows, I think Cody's going to tell Sasha. And Gladys is going to be in a world of trouble. I read ahead in comment corner, somebody said, I think Cody's going to help Gladys win her money back. Oh, Cody ain't about to do that. Cody is paid to make whoever Selena wants to win or lose on any given night. And if he lost Selena a lot of money, Selena will have him beat up in the alley like she did when Brad was watching. He knows she don't play. So no, he can't help Gladys out like that. But he can tell Sasha. He can help Sasha out and tell Sasha. And I hope he tells Sasha, right? So then we have Spencer and Trina are still at Kelly's and they're talking. And Spencer tells her his plans about adopting his sibling. And she's like, Spencer, I just don't think you're ready to raise a child, Spencer. And what about your social life? You're young, Spencer. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to do what I need to do. Because she goes, that might not work for your friends, or you may get involved with somebody and it may not work for them. And he goes, okay, you're my friend. Is that going to change anything for you? She's like, well, no, not me. Okay, let's just say for, we're not pretending, we're really involved. Would that affect your decision? And she's like, well, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. And so then he goes, Trina, there is no reason that we're still pretending, because somebody said that. I think Cam said it, that we're still pretending, but we text each other all day long. We're together. Let's be real. So Trina finally said, well, it's not, I'm not totally pretending. She let him kind of know she has some little feelings for him, and he kind of smiled because he knows it. And but they're not rushing into nothing, thank God, because Spencer is still all over the place, right? So that was just interesting that, yes, goodness, he did come clean. And he did tell her. Then we have Nicholas with the divorce papers and Ava. Hopefully, this was the last scene we're going to see of Marcus, whatever his name is, Coma, whatever his name is. I'm done. I'm ready for it to be done. And he tells Ava, one day you're gonna find out because you don't know everything. And she goes, I know you slept with your son's girlfriend and she's pregnant. What else do I need to know? you know, what else do I need to know? She took off her wedding ring and her band and she left it on the bar counter and walked away, and Nicholas picked it up. But there we go. And I'm thinking, I hope that's it for you. Because if there were some other scenes he needed to film, we could scrap them because they tidied it up. He gave her divorce papers. We don't need to see Nicholas and nothing else. He could get a phone call, Victor talking to him on the phone. We don't have to even hear a voice, and him say, "Look, I'm out. Peace out, Uncle Victor." But I think they're going to get a stand-in from what I kind of heard, somebody to stand in for his part. So now the good part. Nina goes into Willow's room. And Nina says, Willow looks, what are you doing here, Nina? I thought you'd want to know tonight. The lab called me with the results of the bone, am I a match or whatever she said, the markers test or whatever. And she goes, and I thought you'd want to know. Well, what are they, Nina? And so she looked at her and she goes, sorry to tell you, I'm not a match. Even though we have our familiar ties, I don't have enough markers to be a bone marrow match for you. And I was like, wait, huh? They're not going to go that obvious route? What? Okay. And so Willow is like, well, I guess that's it then. And so Willow slowly turns over, like to meet her doom in her face. And Nina wants to touch her, but she realizes she can't. And so Nina leaves, but we don't see that because the next scene we see Michael coming in, and Willow's like, you heard? And he goes, yes. And she goes, well, there's nothing else. I think she told him, well, I guess that's it. And he goes, no, that's not it, Willow. That's not it. We're going to find a match. We're going to. And so Nina's walking outside of General Hospital, going to the car, drops her keys, and she couldn't even pick them up. She's so mad. And so Sonny's like, Nina. And she just starts yelling at the top of her lungs. Now that was a good acting scene. The anguish, right? And Sonny's like, just tell me what you need. Tell me what you need. And she's like, I won't survive losing another child, Sonny. I won't survive this. Oh, and I thought, yeah, you are going to go crazy, chick. You're going to go crazy. I'm hoping, everybody, and I have said this, I am hoping, now that we know they're not going the route of Nina being the marrow donor, I hope it's Carly. I hope Carly's the donor. But watch them do some kind of stupid, funny change of life writing in a soap opera that, like I said, just like Nina had triplet twins, she could have had triplets, and that other one is Dex. He's the right age. He is 100% the right age. They could have Madeline could have gave the boy to Timbuktu, who else? Who knows? And wouldn't that be interesting if Dex is a match? But I'm kind of thinking it's going to be Carly to the rescue. Carly to the rescue. Carly's going to match. Because Jocelyn, for one, I don't think she can even be a donor because of her kidney transplant, even though she got that kidney from Nell. But I don't think the kidney transplant, which, would change the fact about, Jocelyn's DNA, markers and everything. I don't think it could be Jocelyn, but Jocelyn did get Nell's kidney. So we shall see who's gonna be the donor. Perhaps it's Aunt Lisa. You know, now everybody's gonna go get tested, which Willow. If Willow would have just told the family last summer, see, everybody wants to blame Carly for this. The Carly haters. It's Carly's fault Willow's this sick. No, Willow kept this a secret, period. If Willow last July would have said, I am she was only stage 1 leukemia. Please get tested. Everybody would have gotten tested because everybody loves Willow. There we go. Everybody would have got tested. Even Nina would have got tested, right? We would have found out Nina's markers didn't match, and Carly wouldn't have had to tell her that was her daughter. But anyway, oop, did I say that? I don't want to get y'all mad at me. Because it is 9 months. And I did say, look, 9 months for 9 months, right? That's what I've always said. So Eduardo says, Parachute Man will save Sasha by helping Gladys with her debt. A new couple to be. Nah, he's not going to help. I think he'll dime on Gladys. Cody is not the helping type. Gwendolyn says, great recap. And then Gwendolyn also says, Carly is not held accountable for any of her actions. If she becomes Willow's donor, they should just change the name from GH to the Carly Show. Drew immediately forgave her, lying to him. Do you think Dex could be an undercover cop? No. I don't know. I don't know. If he is, yeah, I don't know. I don't think sleeping with Joss is in the job description, but who knows? Hello there, because undercover cops will do a lot, right? Hello there says, when Gladys gets back to Port Charles, she's going to look all polished. No, I'm sorry, that Gladys. When Lucy gets back to Port Charles, she's going to look all polished and ready for the nurse's ball, like nothing ever happened. She is a survivor. Do you know the actress is 64 years old? I did not know. Lucy does look good for 64, but if you look, she's got those telltale age signs. For someone who was held captive for 2 months like that, she looks like she's 30 and just finished doing a Pilates exercise. I always love Lucy. I like Lucy too. Lucy, glad to have you back, Lucy. Wonderful to see her again. I hear she's got her own ranch off screen and is doing very well. That's why we don't see her much these days. We don't see her much these days because Lucy's always been reoccurring. Anita says, well, not always. Sometimes they'll bring her back on contract for a stint and then back to reoccurring. Anita says, I hope Trina gets the truth out of Cameron. If not, maybe Cameron will tell Trina what happened to Joss and Cam. Cameron doesn't know. The only thing is he knows Jocelyn broke up. He does not know about Dex. Spencer does not know about Dex. But let's see, Cameron, yes, so Spencer can't tell her the truth. The only thing he can say is they broke up, but I think there's something more. He always says that. And Ariana says, Drew, you know Carly was a snake when you took her in, and I love Carly. So you got but surprised. Carly sees Joss walk her path. She hated Jason and Sonny's life, but walked it anyway. Joss will walk it too. No one will understand more than Carly and Joss. Carly and Joss can keep her boo-hoo. Spencer had Joss's number right from the gate. The secret will come out. Cam took the classy way. Spencer bossed up with Cam over his boo. Love you, Cam, but that's my boo. Anna is the bond of spies. Valentine went off his went off for his boo. Martin wants his boo. Well, you love writing the word boo today, don't you, Anna Rihanna? Martin wants his boo. Not trying to be so long-winded in the comments. Great recap. Thank you so much. Great comment. Yay, Lucy is free. I am happy too. Lisa says Joss is at the dorm to spend more time with Dex. That will probably be their secret place. Sonny is more likely to go to Dex's place than the dorms. No, remember, Sonny, the phone call he made said follow him, look into him and follow him. So they followed Dex right to her dorm. LaShanta says, I'm glad Lucy is free. Anna was right about Renee. I'm glad she outsmarted Victor. I love Joss and I love Carly. Spencer's a jerk. Drew is either going to forgive Carly or not. Now Cam's going to be like Xander. Do you remember every time Cam was in trouble, Liz called Jason? What Cam wasn't in trouble a whole lot, but yeah, he was on probation having to clean up at the park. Remember when Cyrus kidnapped Cam and Trina, Taggart got shot, but Jason saved Cam. That's right. I think somebody called Jason. Maybe it was Elizabeth. And there was another time Franco got mad because Elizabeth always called Jason and not the police. Remember, Cam thought Jason killed Franco. When Joss told him he didn't, he was just nonchalant about Dex's job. Patricia said, I figured they would age Charlotte possibly for Cameron. No, they're not going to age her that much. Valentine's little girl is pretty. She looks like another Jocelyn and resembles Esme. Are we looking at the same little 13-year-old on the show? She's 13. This new actress is 13, possibly 14, and that's stretching it 14. They won't have to bring Emma back and imagine the conflict with Valentine. Nope, she's too young. Charlotte is just in middle school. She and Aiden are the same age. So yes, they do age people, but they didn't age her that much at all. Look at her again. Go rewatch that episode. Little braces on her teeth and everything. Patricia said, all of you Joss haters and poor St. Cam's won't survive. People are crazy as Heather Weber. Dacia says, Josh is so selfish. She only thinks of herself, wanting Cameron to keep her dirty little secret. She's been a hypocrite, always bad-mouthing Sonny because Sonny chose Nina over his family. Now Josh chose Dex over Cam. And Cindy says, that's exactly the opposite of how it should be. Josh has missed the hook twice and is at a dorm when she should be at Carly's. Trina thinks the hook is focused on her and her peeps and is staying with Portia and Curtis, yet Trina went alone to the Haunted Star and was fine. No one in Trina's family has been assaulted. I know. And Lisa said, gee. Jane said, Dex is Sonny's son. That could be. Look, either Sonny's son or Nina had a triplet. Patricia said, could be Sonny's son or Jason or Dante's or someone in Port Charles's son. Because guess what? People's kids just pop up out the woodworks. Look at Mac. Look at Sonny. Look at Alexis. Look at, let's name some more, because everybody's kids just pop up. Let me see that. Port Charles. Can't wait to find out more about Dex and see the opening credits. And see him in the opening credits. They don't have Dex's picture yet. I thought they did. Jane said, Esme is acting just like her daddy. They can't remember. Ryan remembers everything he's ever done in his life. Ryan is just faking that he can't talk. Ryan can remember what he had for breakfast the first time he killed his first victim. He remembers everything. Anna is a bad And I love it. I love it. I mean, I love Anna too. I like her too. When she want to be, but that whole Peter August debacle, they had her the stupidest spy on the planet where Peter August was concerned. I was sick of Anna. I figured Anna had a rabbit up her sleeve. I loved it when she knocked her out. You mean Renee, the whatever Renee was. Come on now. Hello there says Anna knows how to get out of trouble and smells it coming most of the time. Yeah, most of the time, unless she thinks that trouble was her son or maybe now long lost daughter. I figured as much. I figured as much too. And then Sheila says, I love that um, emoji commercial. I don't know what emoji commercial you're talking about. But anyway, that was Comment Corner. Thank you so much for all your comments. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.